and welcome back to the Sims 4 mod review. Today we're going to be checking out the Road to Wealth mod by Zara. Hopefully I said that name correctly. This mod has actually blown me away with how incredible it is with the Road to Wealth mod. It adds in a net worth system into your game to make it more realistic, in my opinion, to the real world, but to also give your Sims 4 game a little bit more gameplay and storylines. And with that being said, let's just get into today's mod review. Before we get into the mod review though, I did want to go over the download process of it, just so that it is all set up properly in y'all's game, because not that it's tricky, but there are some additional files that you can add and take out. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm on the PDF form about this mod. There is a certain section that I want to get to because this is where the optional files are. Now, we all know we have lot prices and starting funds in The Sims 4, but this mod basically adds in a few overrides to this mod for your lot prices and your starting funds. Remember to only keep one of these files in your game. It says in red lettering to only choose one, as it is an override. So if you have more than one override in your game, there's going to cause issues. But we have lot prices that will start at 0. So you could really do a rags to riches challenge and just have your Sims start off with $0 across the board and go from there. You can also start off with the original price times 5. So to times 5 the original amount. And then you can also do a times 10. Now today we'll probably play with the times 5, but it's really up to you and how you want to play, because the next thing is starting funds. Now again, with starting funds, you have a lot of options, but as always, only pick one. I do want to say that with the starting funds, you have to pay those back. Now, in The Sims 4, when we get our 20,000 simoleons to buy whatever house we want to or whatever lot we want, you don't have to pay it back, which is nice. In this mod, you do, which I will say I do like, because it is pretty realistic, because when you're starting out in, real life, you don't just get $20,000 handed to you to go buy whatever you want. So this mod adds in a bit of realism into the game. Okay, so here is the Road to Wealth mod right here. This is my mod folder. So we're going to go ahead and click on Road to Wealth. You have the core files. Do not touch these. Just keep these in the file. We don't want to mess with those. What we want to mess with is the optional folder. Right here, you can basically choose the packages and stuff that you want. If you didn't want everything to be upcharged, you could take these out, but I do think it adds to the mod, so I'm going to keep these in. This is where we need to choose one or the other. So like I said, we have 0, 5, and 10. I'm going to go ahead and delete the 0 and 10 and just keep the 5 for our lot prices. We'll go back and go to starting funds, and right here, we can choose what starting funds we want. I'm going to go ahead and keep the 25, so we'll delete everything else. We'll go ahead and move this file over into our Sims 4 mod folder, and then we can finally get into game. So I know I normally don't start in cast, but I have reasons to. So with this mod, you get a new section for your net worth, which is likes and dislikes. These are the 5 different net worths you can have in game. So it's poor, lower class, middle class, upper class, and wealthy. Your Sims can basically choose which ones they have a preference for. And the neat thing about this is if your Sims don't like the net worth, let's say my Sim doesn't like the middle class net worth, then if she's in the middle class, she'll actually get negative buffs from it. But if she likes the middle class and she's in the middle class, then she will actually have positive buffs for it. If your Sims are trying to mingle with other Sims, but they're below their net worth or in a net worth that your Sims don't like, then they won't get along. If your Sims like that preference, and I'm sure we can guess the next part, that they will get along with that other Sim, which I think is so cool that they've added into this mod. We can just have her dislike all of the ones except for upper and wealthy, just because she's got this ambitious trait. She wants to be up there in the world. We also have a new aspiration, which is under fortune, which is the Road to Wealth. This Sim wants to have a net worth of 1 million simoleons. I do too. but in US dollars. All right, so we're in game and Megan's starting off strong because we clicked the preference that she doesn't like the poor, lower, or middle class preferences. She is angry. She doesn't like being in the lower class. She's kicking a trash can. I don't blame her though. We can actually see in their Somology panel that she is obviously lower class because she is between 15,000 and 100,000. But let's go through the different things that we can do with this mod. So if you go into your phone, you'll see two new apps, which is finances and activities. We'll get to finances in a minute because I said we had to pay back our starter funds. You will get that in the mail for your Sims to basically set that all up. We haven't gotten there yet. So we're going to go to activities, and right here we can go to like single activities or family activities. It will pull up this stuff. We can also get memberships. So for a deluxe membership, we can get 50% off. If we are a gold membership, we can get 25% off, and we can go bungee jumping. This is ticket per sim, so you can go with more than one sim, but it will cost, obviously more simoleons. Cooking workshop, golfing. We can't go to horse racing because we don't have enough funds for that. We can go to an opera show, and we can't go sailing because we don't have enough money for that. But I will say that sailing is pretty expensive. And for the family activities, you get some more options where you can go to the aquarium, bike riding, bowling, cinema, cow cuddling, which is very cute. We can go horse riding. We can also take our family out to a musical, a snow world, so you can have your Sims like ski and snowboard, and then the zoo. So the next thing that I want to go over is the services. I had mentioned that services had gone up, so we're going to be on the phone for a minute here. As you can see, I don't know if you guys can see, the Science Babies also went up. They're now $18,000 in The Sims. If we go into the adoption agency, this also got a boost as well. Cats and dogs used to be $200, I'm pretty sure, to adopt. It wasn't that much, and now cats are $500 and dogs are $850. I will say though, I'm not sure why dogs are more than cats, but I'll leave it there. The children now are 15,000 simoleons to adopt. So definitely will make you think before, and hopefully this will help Sims from not just adopting a bunch of kids and not having a proper household to put them in. The next thing we'll go to is services, because services also did get a boost in their fees. So here are all of those. We can scroll and look, but yeah, I mean, it makes sense though, because like obviously everything else got hit with inflation in The Sims. So this also went up as well. But as I said, you can take that package out if you don't want it. We'll also go and look at the Call Ranch Animal Exchange, because you guessed it, horses got hit with inflation too. It's now 3,000 simoleons to rescue a horse, 8,500 simoleons to purchase a horse. We can't really sell a horse because we don't have one, and I'm pretty sure mini goats and mini sheep stayed the same, or maybe they didn't. I don't know. We can look at these prices and you guys can tell me, because honestly, I don't pay attention to pricing in The Sims. I just buy what I want and go about my gameplay. Now we might have to take a look before buying random stuff. Okay, I did have to spend some money to get her computer, but there is valid reasonings for this. If we click on the computer and go to online shopping, your Sims are actually now able to purchase online items, kind of like that online store by Andrews in the Sims World. He has a mod where you can buy a bunch of stuff off of a Sim store. Now you get this within Road to Wealth. You've got a bunch of different options in here. I won't go through all of them, but what we can do is maybe go through like the everyday sports one and see what they have. They've got a bunch of stuff in here for your Sims to basically enjoy their sporting activities. I don't know if these got a raise or not, but basically you can now get this off of your computer and buy whatever you need for your Sims gameplay. So I think that was really nice, because I honestly love these little stores where I don't have to go into build mode and buy them. I can just buy them through the stores and stuff like that. Like I said, our starter funds, we've got to pay those back. They are not free. We are just on loan to them. And right here, you will see this piece of paper saying to start the, loan application. So we'll go ahead and hit this starter loan application. Once I click that, it will pull up this little window here, and basically it says that we need to pay our starter fund back. You have 3 days to sign your starter application, or you'll receive a 25% late payment fee. So if you do not do this in 3 days, if you don't select a Sim to be on the starter loan application thing, it'll ask you to pay more money, essentially. It'll make you pay more money. So we're going to put Megan on there. If you had more than one sim in the household, you could choose them to be the main person on this loan. But since Megan is the only one in this house, she is now responsible. It says, do you accept to have the starter loan under your name? If you messed up and clicked someone else, you can always go back and change it. But it says Sims Bank expects you to pay back your loan weekly. Non-payments will result in consequences. So we'll go ahead and confirm this. And now our sim is on the loan application form. And we can either pay it back through the app on here. We can make a loan payment, and this will be the loan balance. Minimum is a 750 payment fee. We don't have 750 simoleons really to give away because it wouldn't really leave us with much money. Yeah, it'll definitely be a stressor. I could definitely see this being a form of major stress in the game if you just start off and you don't have much, because brings me into my next part of this mod. University got a big, shoot up in price. Their prices are quite insane now. What I would suggest, because they're so big for the prices for University, is to actually get some scholarships. Okay, so I just applied to all the scholarships, so we're going to go ahead and apply to University and then wait for that application to come in. Okay, so the mail finally came in since we've had her apply to University and get those scholarships. I did have her program a little bit, which is why we have some money, because we need money because she's got to pay her loan back. So she got all of them but the Alley Cat scholarship, which was the bowling one, but that's fine. We got 7 out of 8, and that's more than enough. The scholarships did have different costs, like variations of how much they would cover and stuff like that. So we did get accepted, and we also got accepted to some distinguished degrees because she already had some skills when I got her from the gallery. So let's go and get her enrolled into University so we can see the insane prices. To enroll in University was already 350 simoleons compared to the 75 that EA made. So we're already off to what seems like triple, maybe quadruple the amount of what it should be. I don't even know where to put her in, but she seemed to be really enjoying computer programming. So maybe we could do like a computer science major, because then she could be like a freelance programmer or something like that. I will say the number of core classes will either determine how expensive your university is or not. I typically do 3 and then have my sim do an elective for her skills, and I think we'll just do logical analytics. I don't know if we should do it at home or go and get that full university experience, but I think we'll just go and get this full university experience at the Title Tower. Are you kidding me? After all of these scholarships, we don't have enough to pay for University. We're gonna have to take out student loans again. Essentially, these are the new costs for just one semester at University. I'm telling you guys, it's getting expensive out here. You can have a mod that increases the scholarship levels so it's higher, so it's not like these 500, 250s. I highly recommend getting that mod because it would make your life a lot easier to where you're not having to take out student loans. Because again, we had money that was taken out, so this should have been expensive. It should have been like 10,000 simoleons, which is just crazy to me. Okay, well, we'll just accept this. All right, well, she did get into the esports career because we had to, because of the scholarship. If we go back onto our finance page, because we took out student loans, guess what has been added to our loan balance? Since we're in school, I think I'll just put down $10,000 to pay off. Yeah, okay, there we go. Well, we're gonna move on from this sim, but congratulations to Megan on starting a new career in University. So you just know I had to include Judith Ward in this because I did want to show you the other side to this mod, which is when you have enough money, you are now in this wealthy. She's got the wealthy, and essentially everything works the same, but I did want to go through the activity bar one more time. So now a lot of things are opened up for us. I wanted to show you the sailing one because this one blew me away. 5,500 simoleons for a basic sailboat, but 12,500 for a luxury sailboat. I don't even know how long you're gone for, but that just seems absurd. But she's got 2 million simoleons, so let's do this. But while I do have this other sim here, I wanted to show you on the apply for loan. I didn't want to apply for a loan with my last sim because she didn't have any money, but essentially you can take out different loans. And if I wanted to go for a $5,000 loan, basically the interest rates are different depending on what loan you take out. So if you took out a $5,000 loan for a wealthy class citizen, a citizen, it's 15%. So these are the interest rates. So just be mindful of that if when you get a loan, that the higher up you go, the lower the interest rates are. All right, well, she's back from her rendezvous. It crashed. That's why she had to pay $7,500. The boat crashed. Now for $12,500, that shit better not crash with my sim on it. That's life for you. That's life. You know what? And to all people, it happened to Judith. Yeah, I feel like she's got a lot of things going on. She didn't need that. Well, thank you so much for watching today's YouTube video. This was your Road to Wealth mod review. I hope that this mod review gave you a new mod to test out in your Sims 4 gameplay and also add into your everyday gameplay as well. I think it's a really neat idea, and I had a lot of fun playing with it. It definitely will add a lot more gameplay into your mods with just different, you know, activities and stuff that you can do. If you're doing like a Rags to Riches or even a Legacy Challenge, I think it's absolutely perfect to add in there, because with the starter funds and the lot prices, you could make it to where you start at 0 and then build your way up from there. So definitely a mod that I would recommend having into your gameplay. But with all that being said, I will see you all on Monday for another Sims 4 mod review.